Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Today it's going to be a game between Flash and GooJila here on Outsider. In the bottom rightish corner of the map, it is the White Terran player. His name is Flash! Nope. Can't rotate at all, that's okay. And in the top leftish corner of the map, it is the green Protoss player. His name is GooJila, one of the greatest StarCraft players of all time from the Brood War era. If you haven't heard his name, it's only because you were not around when these games were being played, because he is amazing. Several tournament wins, several top 2 finishes. This is an amazing Protoss player right here. But Flash is considered the very best Brood War player of all time, so we'll have to see what GooJila can throw at him. This was found on bwreplays.com. Not entirely sure when it was played, but thanks again to Soul Great for finding it for me, sending it over and saying, this is an amazing game, because I have a hard time finding incredible games there. I can't watch them all, don't have the time for it, but those people that do have a bit of free time, they can spare to help me screen stuff, much appreciated. Those that screen my cheese replays, that screen Mid-Rank Madness and Into the Void submissions and Brood War. I have a lot of stuff that gets screened by different people from my subscriber base, and I just got to say thank you to each and every one of you people. And if you enjoy the quality content on the channel from those specific features, then thank them. Thank these people. Thank Soul Great if you see him on the street. I don't think you'll recognize him because I don't even know what he looks like, but that's okay. All right, so this is Outsider. This is a crazy map. Look at how wide open this main base is. There's no ramp within sight here. Flash is just building barracks wherever the heck he feels like. Okay, that's not true. He's building in a very specific location. Check out this early expansion, though, out of GooJila. He went Nexus first. Holy smokes, Pylon Nexus into Gateway here. He is feeling his oats against Flash. We'll see how this works out for him. I'm not feeling super confident about what he can pull off here, but that's why we watch. We watch because we don't know the outcome. Thank goodness there's a production tab up in the top left. I know some hardcore Brood War fans don't like it because they didn't have it when Brood War was a thing, and they say it ruins the element of surprise, but it's just nice to know what's coming as a caster, not have to be surprised by things, especially if I don't have an observer, right? If I don't have somebody constantly looking around the map, checking stuff out for me and saying, ooh, look over here, ooh, look over here, then it's difficult. It's a difficult thing to one-man solo cast StarCraft without a production tab. I can do it. I've done it. There are examples. There are examples on my channel, but it's not great. Okay, here's an expansion coming down for Flash. Not too much later. I mean, that Nexus is just now coming in, and the command center is about 50% complete. So definitely an advantage here for our Protoss player. We'll see if he can take advantage of it. Oh, there is a ramp right here. I'm a moron. That is a weird looking ramp, though. This looks like a demarcation point where it's not really a ramp as much as you step off a small ledge to get to the ramp. I don't think it's wheelchair accessible, is what I'm trying to say here. What up, Marines? Have we looked at high-quality Marines? You can see the shape of their guns. They look more like shotguns than assault rifles, right? I mean, yes. You can just say yes, Falcon. Just humor me. Just humor me on that one. I do love the music. The Brood War music always takes me back, no matter what. No matter how many times I've cast a newer game, just takes me back to the time when I was young. SCV Scout does get in. Oh, Dragoon. Dragoon could have killed this guy. Could have killed this dude, but instead is forced to chase him around. Oh, maybe he'll get him now. How many shots it take to kill an SCV? Is it 5? I feel like it's 5 from a Dragoon. And nope. Well, that was what, 4, but 1 hit from a Zealot too. I'm not entirely sure on the math with that one, but that's okay. Singularity charge on the way, increasing Dragoon attack range. If you are playing Protoss and you don't get that upgrade, you're doing it wrong. Dragoons are the backbone of your army, and most situations, I mean, unless you're going Corsair Dark Templar against Zerg, in that case, maybe don't get Singularity Charge. But if you're using Dragoons at all, and against Terran, you're going to use Dragoons, get that upgrade. If you forget that upgrade, you might as well just quit, because it's super duper important for clearing out mines, for getting hits off on tanks, for taking down vultures, all the things we're going to see here from Flash in this game, because he's going to mech. I know he has a lot of Marines right now, but that's just for base defense. This guy right here, this factory is what matters to him. He's got the machine shop on there. Is he upgrading? Yep, getting siege tank upgrade. Also making a tank at the same time because you can do that. And it looks like, okay, that's a This is a pylon. I think this is a scouting pylon for GooJila. He's trying to see if some vultures are going to try to sneak up back here. Maybe if... Ooh, can use an SCV to mine through this? Maybe that's part of the plan, too, is you mine through it, then you have an extra back door with direct access into GooJila's base, if you can take that out and get through here somewhere. It would take some time. It's not a rushy thing to do, but a sneak attack at like the 10-minute mark would be pretty amazing. Alrighty then, what do we got? A lot of dragoons running around, a lot of zealots here too. Zealots walk funny. I guess their legs are really long. That's kind of the problem. Legs are perhaps not proportionally long compared to what we think human legs look like, but again, that's probably just my human bias talking. Probe scouting, thinking about doing a probe scout. Look at how lined up these Marines are for Flash. These guys, they know who they work for. They work for General Flash, and they're going to be in formation at all times, no matter what. This guy's trying to get in formation. Dude, get in formation. Pathing is so hard in Brood War. It is one of the main struggles here. Observatory on the way for observers, getting Citadel of a Dune, either as a way to get Archons or Storm, or just speed for the Zealots. Probably all three of those things we'll see at some point in this game. Expansion, as I mentioned, done already. Actually, that is a third base that just got tossed down here for Flash. So he says, I'll see your early expansion, get 3 bases before you get 3. And we'll see how you can handle that. Good sir. Man, Flash. He's just amazing. He's just amazing at this game is what he is. So Observer, and there's the Templar Archives and a Stargate. GooJila pretty much being allowed to do whatever he wants over here on the Protoss tech tree, which, I mean, he's got to feel pretty good about, but at the same time, he's got to be expecting an attack from Flash at any time now. Flash, however, where are his units? That's a floating engineering bay, which he doesn't need because he's not using it for upgrades. He can build missile turrets even if it's floating. Doesn't need it actually to be on the ground. So good for scouting. This barracks here, too, just providing additional wall off against any Dragoon Zealot attacks that might be coming. Observer flying on in, and that is a Arbiter Tribunal. Very quick Arbiter Tribunal out of GooJila here. Arbiter's playing a big part in Protoss versus Terran for the cloaking alone, but also for the recall ability, recalling strike forces into the heart of Terran bases. Flash has been able to kind of shake that off. We've seen him take... Oh, look at him pick off this Observer. Can he get it? Can he get it? No, the Observer gets out of the effective scan range. Juke Observer. Flash really wants to kill this thing. Look at him chase this. This reminds me of Beyond. This is Beyond chasing down Observers. Yeah, it's toast. A little good at death animation there. I like it. Shuttle, Protoss shuttle on the way here for GooJila, and a third base on the way for him at 7 minutes and 45 seconds up north from his main. So expanding away from the Terran player. We're both going to be on 3 bases here sooner rather than later. It's been a bit of a slow start for these guys. Both players have just kind of decided to let the other one continue and macro to their heart's content. And I mean, I wouldn't argue if I were these players. I'd feel pretty good about that. Music a little slow as well. Understandably so. Yeah, there's your first Arbiter. First Arbiter in production here. Where is it? There it is. Coming out of this here Stargate up on the left side. I mean, this is probably the fastest I've seen an Arbiter in a PvT that I've cast, at least in the last year or so. I like it. I like this from GooJila. If Flash isn't going to be assertive and aggressive, then might as well tech up. Get your endgame tech now and go for it. Ion thrusters for faster vulture movement. Not done yet. Dragoons trying to take down the scouting barracks. They're going to get it. What are the upgrades on these guys? Ooh, why was I selecting the refinery? I don't actually know. Come back. There we go. No upgrades on them, surprisingly enough. But still, enough of them just to take down that barracks with really not too much difficulty at all. Making 6 vultures at once, though. Look at all these factories Flash has in the 9-minute mark. He's just, his macro's insane. Just absolutely disgusting. Trying to possibly attack on in here. Picking off a single tank, GooJila. Making that happen. Free tank is nice. All right, so far I'd say GooJila playing this extraordinarily well, especially considering it's Flash. But again, if anybody has any experience against Flash, it's this guy and it's Jaedong. The two, probably the most common opponent for Flash is going to be GooJila as far as Protoss goes, and then Jaedong, the Zerg player. For the Zerg side, I need a Jaedong replay. Gotta get one of those back up here. I know you Zerg players love to watch the Jaedong. If you're a Zerg player watching this, first of all, nice. I don't know of many Zerg players that enjoy watching the PvT, but it's fun. I enjoy it as a Zerg player myself. Vultures trying to clear out these Dragoons, but taking shots to the face as well. Is there stuff in that shuttle, or is that just a feint? There are 4 Zealots in the shuttle. The trick being to drop them on tanks that are sieged when there are other siege tanks around them, and the splash damage as their friends try to kill the Zealots, actually doing their buddies a disservice and killing their friends instead. So tank-on-tank violence with some Zealots kind of caught in the middle here. Here comes your Arbiter, dropping down some Spider Mines, scouting those things out. Do you have an Observer with you is the question. I don't know. Is he going to stasis? What is this guy doing? This Arbiter just wants to die. Yeah, I don't know what that was. He was just like, come on, anti-air, get me. Come on, Marines. Come on, Goliath. Make sure I die. So we've set up a bit of a stalemate here. Man, I love this zoom. I wish I had this much of a zoom in StarCraft 2. I really do. Look at this. It's hilarious. So here's our no man's land, this dark area. What is this up here? Oh, a couple pylons and, oh, a bunch of spider mines. That's what the white stuff is. Good times. Good times. All right, so Flash, I mean, this is something that's been played out a million times before. Here we go. Vultures coming right on in initially to absorb some of these shots, allowing the tanks to get set up in the backside here. Zealots just charging forward, though. Very brave to get on top of these tanks. Tank 1 goes down. Good stasis on. Wow. Catches 3 tanks and 4 Vultures, taking a big chunk off of the Terran army here. Spider Mine's getting hits off of Zealot, so a little bit careless from GooJila in that particular situation, but I guess you don't need detection because they do reveal themselves for a second before they engage, and the Dragoons usually can kill them by the time they get to that point. So here we go. This little group of siege tanks is going to be likely surrounded and murdered here, and by that I mean the army's not really looking to do that. For GooJila, it's 125 to 123 total supply. Actually, 123 to 123 right now. The timing for GooJila is amazing. He knows exactly how long this stasis lasts, and he's not going to bother putting his army up here until he absolutely needs to, and there it is. That's incredible. The tanks don't even bother trying to unsiege. They're dead. The Vultures are all dead. Incredible pickup there from GooJila. It's 137 to 110 total supply. APM for these players sitting established on average about 300, 350 for GooJila, about 310 or so for the Flash. So he wins that engagement. Is he going to expand behind it, or I guess that's not a Nexus at all. This one's a Nexus though, right? Yes, that's in fact a Nexus. Big old Vulture attack, trying to sneak on in here for GooJila, or for Flash rather. Actually going to try to go up here and take down. Oh, was that a cannon that's being built? I'm guessing that's a cannon. Well, it's dead now. Indeed it is. So that 4th base getting harassed a little bit by Vultures, but they only get a cannon here. Once again, trying to clear out some Spider Mines. Is the GooJila. Got an Observer to help with this, making it a little bit easier. So many Vultures with that speed boost. Ion Thruster is such a great upgrade to have here. Vehicle weapons being upgraded for Flash. He's also getting a Science Vessel for EMP, likely. Arbiters with the Cloak, forcing Flash to use scans. I mean, there's really not much else to use energy for, so it's not like it hurts them at all. Look at these Vultures taking down Dragoons like they stole something. Wow. When you outnumber them that much, again, generally Dragoons are the answer to Vultures, but when you're outnumbered about 8-2, it does not go well for you as the Dragoon player. EMP Shockwave being researched for the Science Vessels, and actually expanding down this left way is GooJila. So he's got a 4th base and a 5th base. A 4th base has been established for Flash along this right side too. There are these little backdoor areas that can get harassed though. You have to watch out for this. Stuff getting behind your mineral lines. Big attack in the front. By that I mean Spider Mines taking down a Dragoon, and Vultures running away from the engagement here. The zoning ability of these Spider Mines is just incredibly impressive. Dragoons continuing their march down south. Vultures going for the run by, catching a lot of heat from these Dragoons. Trying to see, are there any probes for us to kill at this 4th base? The answer is no. There are not any there. So 5th base down south, or 6th base. 5th base up top. Nope, that's a 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, 5th base down south here. I think I had it right the first time. More and more Zealots in production for GooJila. Bunch of Vultures up here on the top right-hand side, making sure it's not easily accessible, easily expanded to by the GooJila. Got an Arbiter with this army. The cloaking is nice. The cloaking is real nice. But again, pretty much infinite scans at this point for Flash. It's not infinite, but it kind of is. Kind of is here. Vultures almost getting stuck in the middle of these 2 groups of Dragoons. No, they do manage to escape. Some of them die, but most of them manage to escape up north here. Going to get rid of some of these probes. They don't care if there's a cannon. They're going to ignore the cannon fire. take as many probes as they can. Doing explosive damage against these probes is exactly what they were created to do, is for harassment and probe kill. Yeah, they can take out Zealots pretty easily. Zealots are light units. And in a pinch, they can take out some Dragoons and force Dragoons away from a place they want to be and force them to defend, etc., etc. But man, they're really, really good at killing probes in this matchup especially. Here we go. This is what GooJila was worried about. Tanks being set up on the backside of his 5th base. Cannon does take down, wow, range on that cannon. Takes down an SCV and a missile turret that was being built. Arbiter going to possibly recall on top of this, unless you're in range of a missile turret, in which case, don't die. And yes, recalls a ton of Dragoons there. Do clear out the tanks. They do save this 4th base, 4th base. And here comes the attack. Wait, why was that command center on fire? I don't know, but wow, the Dragoons and Zealots took down this base on the right side of Flash's too. This is turning into a pretty big deal for GooJila. He's pushing in left side and right side with Dragoons and with Zealots. Is this going to be a base race is the question. No, GooJila has an army waiting for Flashes, heading on over to this 3rd base location. A lot of dead Zealots, though. Again, these Vultures, fantastic at this. The Dragoons trying to kill what they can in the process, but just severely outnumbered. Is this turning into a base race? GooJila needs to get up this ramp. Dragoon pathing on ramps is a nightmare, though. You really have to hate it. Goodbye, tank. Good explosion there. These guys are still attacking on the right side of the main base of Flash, but there are Vultures ready to defend, trying to sneak on in here with some Dragoons at the top side, but taking a lot of hits from these spider mines. This is real bad. Boom, does get a tank there, Mr. Dragoon. Oh, but the 3rd base of GooJila has several tanks in range of it, going to try to murder it out, but guess who's here? Dragoon still in the main base of the Flash. Good spider mines again, clearing out more Dragoons than I would expect. Okay, in fairness, they are Flash Vultures and they are Flash Spider Mines. Is he trying to get rid of this production facility? I think he's trying to get rid of these factories. I don't know if it's enough, though. I don't know if he has enough to make it happen. Tanks keep popping out of here to defend. More and more tanks keep joining the party here. Did pull Flash back from that front a little bit. Not enough, though. Not enough. Tanks do take down that 3rd base of GooJila. Tank is also getting rid of this 5th base up top for GooJila. GooJila is trying to expand up north here once again. And it looks like Flash managed to get rid of all the Dragoons and Zealots that were previously in his base. So who's got the mining advantage here? Looks like we're on 3 bases for Flash. Main base still has money in it because we're in Brood War. And bases last effectively forever. Zealots and Dragoons chasing. It's 121 to 107 total supply. GooJila has a lead, but never, ever count Flash out. That is my recommendation to you. Zealots, once again, just absolutely getting clobbered. Oh, but dragging some of them into these Vultures. Sacrificing themselves to get rid of the Vultures. Zealots going to find a place in the Protoss afterlife for sure. And forcing a full retreat here. Flash, everybody, Flash is down to 2 base. He is down to 2 base. He just lost his 3rd base entirely. He's trying to reestablish here on this right side. But I don't know about this. A lot of income here kind of happening. But as I mentioned that, more tanks get behind this mineral line on this base on the bottom left-hand side for GooJila. He's forced to retreat. Get all of his probes the heck on out of there, which is bad news. Got some probes transferring over to this new base up top. Really keeping on top of the probe in the mining situation. This game is insane. Zealots getting dropped on these tanks, but are there enough Vultures? There are enough Vultures, I think, to save the tank with the repair. With the repair, it's enough. Oh, look at how much red. Little tiny sliver of red there is all it was. Does GooJila want to attack into this? No, it's a nice choke with a lot of Goliaths. Good golly, did the Charon booster upgrade for range? Can't tell unless they shoot at something. Unfortunately, oh, this tank is alive. Can't believe this tank is alive. Only 3 kills, but it got the +2/+2. Dragoons are sitting on +2 attack, but no armor upgrades to speak of. Trying to shuttle these Dragoons down to get rid of this tank. Oh, they do get it despite the repair. Sneaky attack along. Big old recall, actually, down along this bottom right-hand side. And yes, Charon booster upgrade is there. The range with the little blue puffs of smoke. Going to get rid of that Arbiter pretty darn quickly. Small explosion. Another attack coming in from Flash. Is this turning into yet another kind of sort of semi-base race? I don't know. The thing is, Flash has the income. Where do these Vultures come from? Vultures getting dropped with a tank on this top base. of GooJila's. Flash, you are ridiculous. Are you going to come back in this game? It's 120 to 106 total supply suddenly. Flash has a massive lead. He's setting up tanks, and he's got a lot of Goliaths. Goliath's pretty good against those Zealots. Getting rid of a lot of these gateways that GooJila has come to rely upon. Vultures, finding their way into this back door once again, shooting through the minerals. Trying to get rid of these probes. There's a single Dragoon trying to save it and actually doing all right for himself, but then 3 Goliaths are here, and no, not going to happen anymore. Still, just the destruction of everything. Everything GooJila holds near and dear to his heart inside the main base. Flash is able to make this counterattack happen. We do have a couple Zealots and a few Dragoons inside the main base of Flash as well. So GooJila trying to make this thing happen. He just doesn't really have an answer to what's going on here. He's trying to get units and save them, right? So the Zealots are not attacking a little bit at a time. He's going to try to attack, looks like, from all 3 sides. Okay, that's a free Goliath. That's pretty good stuff. Is it time to go? Is the question of the day here. It looks like all the Dragoons got cleaned up inside the main base of Flash. He's back to mining at this 3rd base location. He did get a stasis on a couple of the tanks, and here we go. GooJila coming to clear this thing out from the bottom side, from the top side, not from the left side. These guys are sitting it out, unfortunately, but holy smokes, GooJila managed to break that. He managed to break it. The problem is he kind of has to babysit these tanks. He can't really move out for a huge counterattack. This game is gonzo. This game is absolutely insane. Wow. All right, where are we? I mean, who's going to win this thing? Flash is still up 85 to 62 total supply. So that's good news. That's good news for the Flash. This base has been mining for a while, but guess who's here? Some additional Goliaths. Tanks are going to go down after the stasis wears off. I mean, if you get stasis, you're effectively dead. I really haven't seen a stasis where the units that come out of stasis are in a good position pretty much ever here. All right, here it is. Couple Zealots against 4 tanks. And well, there was a Goliath there, but not anymore. Yeah, these tanks, not in siege mode, it doesn't really matter. Continuing to move on in here. 85 to 44 total supply. Flash has a massive lead. Income is falling apart right now for GooJila. Are they going to get rid of this tank, though? The Zealots with the speed. Tanks can't fire and move at the same time. It looks like they can, right? They keep pointing at their target. Flash is just the master at stopping just a second, just at the millisecond he needs. Yeah, this might be the death knell for GooJila. I just don't see that he has the units to make this thing work. He's making Zealots, but Zealots against this Goliath Vulture combo is basically a death knell. Got a couple Goliaths, or Dragoons, defending up here at this base up top. There's a cannon coming. If this cannon can finish, that's going to help immensely. But there are 3 tanks. This is going to be it. This is going to be it for GooJila. It's 83 to 44 total supply. Income is falling precipitously on that gas income, which he really needs to handle these tanks. And that's going to be effectively his final nexus. Is that his final nexus? Does he have any more? He's got this one for this natural base, or the 3rd base that he took, that's completely mined out at this point. So that's not good news. And yeah, that's it. 91 to 29 total supply. GooJila, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing, but his production tab has fallen silent. He has available supply, and he's got 500 minerals in the bank, but he's not choosing to really do anything with it here, as near as I can tell. Is he making anything with these gateways? Where is he? GooJila. He's trying to send Zealots out, but they keep getting spider-mined and Vulture to death, and that's it. That's going to be your good game out of GooJila. Flash decides to wipe out the last remnants, and then he taps out too. Flash, you're so good. I thought for sure you were dead about 5 minutes ago when you were down to those 2 mining bases, but Brood War is a different animal, man. You can be down to 2 mining bases and be just fine. Just fine. As Flash is displayed here. Just incredible positioning, decision-making, able to clean out attacks in his base a lot more easily than GooJila is able to clean out the base attacks in his base. Just the number of tanks available, GooJila just couldn't quite keep up. Arbiter recalls were good, stasis were good, but there just weren't enough of them. And Flash is your winner. So let's go take a look at the score screen, because we can do that. And here it is. Let's go to the units tab. Flash produced 500 units mech in 24 minutes. GooJila produced 276. I mean, sure, Vultures are cheap, and a lot of it was Vulture, but He doubled up. Okay, he didn't double it up. Third more did it up. Killed 259. GooJila did kill 305, but again, Flash had more to lose. 360 lost for Flash and 255. Resources. GooJila spent about 2,000 less than Flash over the course of the game. Minerals mined was effectively even. And then just more gas from Flash when all is said and done. So great job. Flash continues to be undefeated on my channel unless he's playing Jaedong, which is pretty good. So we'll have to see. All right. That's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.